welcome. I am Rishabh Sharma and you're watching the Emitin Aapki Apni Awaaz. Today we are going to discuss about a major shift in the broadcasting landscape of India with the Broadcasting Bill 2024. This new legislation aims to bring various platforms and technologies under a single regulatory work. The bill will replace the decades-old Cable Television Network Regulation Act of 1995, extending its scope beyond traditional television channels to include over-the-top OTT platforms, digital media, and podcasts. One of the key provisions of the bill is to classify news influencers as broadcasters. This means they will be subject to the same regulations as traditional media outlets. There are concerns about how this might impact freedom of expression. On the other hand, the government argues that this step is necessary to ensure accountability and protect viewers from misinformation. This is a very big step done by Government of India. When the bill was first released for discussion in November 2023, it aimed to organize all regulations for broadcasters under a single law. From the outside, there were concerns about whatever or whether online news content creators who are not connected to legacy media or registered digital media would be able to comply with the obligations imposed on streaming platforms, OTT, broadcast services. Then afterward, the final version of 2024 bill proposes introducing a very new category called digital news broadcasters to bring them within the scope of the law. The final version also defines news and current affairs programs, which now include text in addition to audiovisual or audiovisual materials, signs, signals, writings, images that are broadcast directly using a transcasting network. The definition of program and broadcast have been revived to include text and textual programs. In essence, all online news material, including social media, websites, newsletters, videos, and commentary on a podcast will be covered by this bill. The bill is still in the public feedback stage and will need to go through the Union Cabinet before being presented in Parliament. These proposed provisions are part of a broader approach that introduces new obligation for intermediaries and social media intermediaries concerning streaming services and digital news broadcasters. In a significant shift from the last version aired in 2023, there are provisions targeting online advertising as well. In the context of streaming services, OTT broadcast services are no longer part of the definition of internet broadcast services. The definition of OTT broadcast services has been revised, means that not only platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime videos, but also content creators regularly uploading content on social media could fall under this definition. For example, a chartered accountant posting videos on YouTube and Instagram about filing IT returns would be considered a professional under the bill, and if they have a sufficient number of followers or subscribers would be subject to its provisions. Similarly, a journalist who tweets regularly would also fall under its purview. It's a big norms or allegations. The new bill also allows the government to set separate diligence guidelines for social media platforms and online advertising. It states that intermediaries must provide necessary information, including information related to OTT broadcasters and digital news broadcasters on their platform to the central government to ensure compliance with the Act. The bill specifies that if intermediaries do not comply with government directives, they could lose their safe harbor protection. Means exception from liability for the third-party content and face punitive provision under the Indian Penal Code 2023. The last bill clarifies that if an OTT broadcasting services or digital news broadcaster is a usage on social media platform, both broadcaster will be responsible for compliance with the act, not the social media company. So that's it. And keep watching The Emission, आपकी अपनी आवाज़.